Hey Rose, want to grab a drink?
Your happiest hour of the week starts now.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy because the drinks are on us. Welcome back to Drinks on Us. I'm Riley.
And I'm Rose. We are so happy you joined us for happy hour. We have such a good episode in store today. I'm so anxious to get our guest on. We have a professional stylist and a organizing expert. Her name's Caitlin Jaymes. She is adorable. Riley and I are both newly obsessed followers. So you guys will have to follow along. We're going to have some awesome tips and tricks. She even has a product that she launched that we're also going to chit chat about. So it's going to be a good episode. It's perfect time with spring cleaning, or for me, if you're going through a move or just want to just be better. We're just going to dive into all that good stuff. But of course, before we get into that in the main chunk of the episode, Rye, what is in your cup tonight?
Yes, I am so excited for Caitlin. I just have to point out that we both dressed up a little bit like for Caitlin because we both usually look like bums in our sweats and oh my goodness. So I'm proud of us for throwing on a good outfit.
Me too. Also, I'm cracking up at our two opposite styles are really coming through tonight, don't you think?
They're coming through hard. I'm so preppy.
I told Rye, I said I'm probably going to be sweating bullets by the end because I'm wearing a leather jacket if you guys are only listening to the audio version. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad we put on our best for Caitlin. She deserves that. But what's in your cup?
She deserves it. Okay, tonight I'm drinking something super fun. It's a raspberry rosé spritz. I'm drinking my rosé wine because it's not dry January anymore.
Wait, Rye, I'm so happy. I didn't even know you liked rosé.
Mm-hmm. I like dry rosé.
Okay. Is it
and then
like the whole thing is just one drink, or did you make it yourself?
So it's rosé. Dry rosé with a raspberry rose poppy. So it's like that makes it a little spritz. And then I threw some raspberries in there and it's so delish.
It looks adorable. It looks so yum.
Cheers. What's in your cup?
You know, I have to say, I'm really sorry. I forgot that we were supposed to have a cocktail tonight. I only have a mocktail.
Oh my gosh. I feel like an alcoholic over here.
I'm so sorry. I really just was so used to getting in the routine of having a mocktail because I was supporting you in dry January. We'll have to have both a cocktail one night to celebrate, maybe next episode.
Okay.
Wink, wink.
We'll have to talk about next episode in a minute.
But all I have in my cup tonight is an Olipop. I saw it at the store today at checkout. I'm like, I'm going to grab that for Drinks on Us. It's cherry vanilla.
Yum. I love that one. Mm-hmm.
I like it. I do. I have to say, though, Poppy greater than Olipop, I think.
Oh, Olipop is no Poppy.
Okay, I'm glad you agree. It's good. Like, I'm enjoying it, but I'm going to pull Poppy off the shelf first.
Yeah, 100%. Well, yay. Cheers, even though you left me hanging.
Sorry. I know. I need to go run and throw a little vodka in here or something.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm super excited for next episode. Do you want to tell them why?
Yes, I forgot if we were going to explain what we were doing. That's why I said wink, wink. But, we're honest here at Drinks on Us.
We're honest queens.
So next episode, and potentially moving forward to be determined, Riley and I are going to actually film the next episode together in Pittsburgh, live from the McClure living room.
Live from the McClure living room. I'm so excited. Rose gets into town. We have such a fun day planned. We're going to film an episode. We have some bridal festivities for one of our best friends, and we're just going to have such a fun time. Yay.
We really are, you guys. Like, when we're together, we obviously, if you're a weekly listener, Riley and I are very type A girlies, but this is when it really comes out. We're like, okay, so we're going to go here, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to film this, then we'll film an episode, then we'll get ready, but we have to make sure we have enough time to go on a 20-minute walk. Like, we are down to the minute. We have to stuff it all in because we don't get a lot of time together.
No, we truly, like, the itinerary in our text messages, it's so normal to us now, but if other people saw, they'd be like, are these girls okay?
Yeah.
Are their brains okay?
They definitely would think that we're on something or that we need help. But yeah, I'm really excited. We are going to have such a day. We'll try our best. I think we're both, as you guys know, we try to find that fine balance. Sorry if you're watching on YouTube, I have like something in my eye and it's bothering me. So I'm kind of trying to get it out. Can you take over? I'm struggling.
Yeah, I don't know what you were going to say though.
Oh yeah. Oh no, girls, I'm losing my vision.
What are we finding balance? Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, it's like some rock got in my eye or something.
Oh my God, a rock from where? You're sitting in the room.
It feels like a rock. It's probably just like a piece of mascara or something.
Oh my gosh. You
I
seem
look
better now.
Yeah, I'm doing better. I was going to say we try to have balance of when we record and try to like take content and share on our social media, but also soak in the time, especially because we're going to be with some of our other hometown besties we don't see a lot. But Riley and I are going to try to at least get some good content together.
Yeah.
While we're together, I mean.
For the Do Crew.
For the Do Crew. Okay.
Is that what we're calling him?
I'm not sure if I'm ready to like stamp it down, but I like
it. Yeah. So we said on our Instagram a couple days or weeks ago, I can't even remember how long ago, but we were asking what you thought our listeners should be called. And a lot of people, like more than one person said Do Crew. And it flows and it's cute. But let's try it out for a little while and see.
Yeah. So here's my thing.
Dab it.
I accidentally looked down and all my mascara's on my hand. I'm like, oh hell, I'm gonna be.
You're really dabbing over there.
Yes. You guys, I've been really self-conscious about how grungy I look on our recordings. I'm like, well, now I have runny mascara and wet eyes. I'm gonna look sick. We have our guest.
You look gorgeous. Caitlin's gonna be like, whoa.
I know. She's gonna be like, well, first we have to fix your makeup.
Jump scare. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, we're a little unhinged.
Yeah, we are. But what I was gonna say is I think Do Crew is so cute. But do we have to have something where it's like we are like, are you a blank? Like, I'm trying to think. Like, are you a believer? Are you a Swiftie?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But let's just try it out and see. We don't want to force something, you know? There were a lot of good submissions. So maybe we can try out, like each week we can try something new.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not married to it. We're dating.
Yep.
Okay. So anyways, we have a very exciting week. I did want to get your take on our beloved Justin Bieber, speaking of believer.
Oh my gosh.
Our beautiful angel.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm still not okay from the content. That was his first live performance in what, over 2 years?
Yes. And
wait. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I love him. He looks so happy. He looks so good. And I love him so much.
I love him so much. And he's sounded amazing. Like his vocals have never been better.
Right. If he goes on an Eras tour that everyone's just deciding that he's doing on TikTok, I would literally go into debt.
So we're going to follow him to every city, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We have to. Yeah. He needs to go on tour because like everyone would be living for it.
I know. I just don't know if he'd be living for it. That's the problem.
No, yeah, you're right. Probably wouldn't be great for his mental health. But I feel like he did maybe miss performing a little bit. I mean, he clearly was enjoying himself. The pictures, he's like cheesing so hard. So maybe he's just easing into it. Maybe this is the first step.
Yeah, that's true. I think at his core, he loves performing. I think the battle, like I act like I know him, but I feel like the battle is like his tours are so extensive and he's going so many places because he's so huge that people feel slighted if they don't go to Japan and all over the entire world. But there are so many artists that do very small and select city tours. And if you really want to go, then you have to travel. Or
we're fine with that, Justin.
We're fine. I'm so fine with that. Whatever makes you happy, but that we can hear your voice and see your face, then we're happy. Or let's throw on this idea. What about a residency?
Oh my God. Do you think?
No, I just think that would be good for him.
Wait, he should do a Vegas residency.
Right? Like, I think he would enjoy, or like something like Taylor Swift, where you only go on the weekends. And yeah, it's like a very long tour, but you get the whole week to go back to your house, to recoup, to be with Haley. Like, he needs a better system so he doesn't get burnt out.
He needs a system. And I feel like now that he has Haley with him, she'll travel with him and be like that. What's the word I'm looking for? Like kind of home base for him.
Yeah.
I feel like he can do it, mostly just because I want him to.
I know, but he did look so happy, and that makes me happy. Believer for life.
Believer for life. Also, because I think it was a hockey event and he's like obsessed with hockey. So I think it was just two worlds colliding. He was just all around so happy.
It was everything I needed.
And more.
Yeah, and more. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Wait, what's that song?
Yeah, eeny, meeny. Oh my gosh. And I just can't get over his vocals. He sounded so good.
So good. And he came and he sang his cover of Snooze. I was just like, what did we do to deserve this? This is not on my bingo card for 2024, but starting off month 2 out of this year, very, very strong.
Very strong. That reminds me, I didn't do my vision board yet. You're going to yell at me, aren't you?
You better do it.
I know. I just don't really feel like it.
Well, why? You have like so many things you could write on your vision board this month.
I know.
And you know it.
I just like it takes like I really need to be in the mood. I think that's the word. Like I haven't been in the mood to do it yet.
Fair. I mean, you've been a little busy, but maybe your goal should be to do it before Friday, because if you don't, then we have the Bachelorette. Then before you know it, we're halfway through February and she's already short.
Okay. She is so short.
So yeah, just so you know, I mean, our followers were on it and you weren't.
I know. Every time I saw Drinks on Us post another vision board, it like put a little pit in my stomach. I'm like, I gotta do it. Okay. I love that you gave me a deadline. I'll do it before you get here. Yeah.
Maybe just save pics tonight or tomorrow. Then the next day you download them. Then the next day Canva, break it up.
Okay. I like that plan.
Yeah. Anything else?
I did want to just say thank you guys so much for supporting me in my deodorant saga. I literally thought we were going to never have another listener again because I told everyone that I sweat a lot. And so many of you were like, oh my gosh, I'm a sweater too. And it made me feel so happy that we can all relate. I got so many deodorant recommendations. But the funny thing is that like certain deodorants, people were like, this works so well. And then people will say that same deodorant did not work at all for them. So I literally just need to go down my list, try everyone and see what works for me. But thank you guys so much for all of your recommendations. I'm truly I'm just so happy that we still have listeners because I was like, after we recorded, I was panicked that I exposed myself.
Oh my gosh, no. I think you really united the Sweaty Pit crew. No,
we
seriously.
Are a strong crew. You cannot get us down.
You can't. Everyone started the messages, fellow Sweaty Pit or fellow sweater or something so funny. We have an army of sweaters. The DMs are still coming in of recommendations. I'm just like, Rai, you have so many deodorants to try.
I do. And I'm so excited. It's just crazy, like how many people have different experiences with like the same thing. So yeah, I just wanted to give that little update and say thank you so much to everyone. I have a very long list, which I'm very excited to try.
Have you decided what the next one that you will try is going to be?
So I'm trying Kopari right now. And so here's my thoughts. I like it better than Schmidt's, but I don't think it's the one.
Okay. And it's you can't cheat. Or it's ruining everything.
Well, the thing about Kopari is it's not 100% clean. It doesn't have aluminum, but it has like perfume in it. Do you think that's cheating?
No, it's not like you're using Dove or, Body Armor or whatever it's called.
You can't remember. You said Under Armour sounds like Arm & Hammer.
You guys, I something's wrong. Am I dyslexic?
No.
Right.
I was just thinking, I thought you were going to go to your eye again. It looked like you were struggling again.
No, I I don't know. It's just such a shame. Me pronunciating or remembering, like I'm always so close yet so far.
It's okay. I think you're actually getting better.
Oh, good. That makes me excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get into our cart because we have a great episode for you guys. And
Yes.
we are just on a tangent here. So, I wanted to talk about my Peter Thomas Roth eye patches. I feel like I've probably talked about them on here before, but I was using them this morning and I was like, you know what? These are such a great product and like something that gets me excited every day because they work so well. I keep them in my skin fridge. I use the cucumber ones. They're like hydrating under the eye. They're amazing. So I'm going to link those, and paired with the ice roller, I mean, there's really nothing like it.
Oh,
truly.
This is a question because I use the Peter Thomas Roth, but I don't know, like the gold ones. They're like gold or yellow.
Oh, I would love to use the gold ones. Those are expensive.
I got them for my wedding and I haven't ran through them yet. I try to remember to put them on every day, but I'll bring them this weekend. We can do them together.
Oh, wow. Maybe, I feel so honored that you would let me.
Maybe we can get like a cute pic. Mm-hmm. You know how I'm sure ours won't turn out like the aesthetic girlies, but we'll try. My question that you bring up the ice roller, every time I do a pass over, my whole eye mask comes off.
You have to do it really careful.
Okay. I just didn't know if there was a tip or trick I'm missing.
No, or just like go around them.
All right.
But like I was mostly picturing ice roll, then eye patch, then ice roll around the eye patch.
Okay. All right. Fair.
And then I just wanted to talk about my shampoo and conditioner, the Wella, because I'm restocking from Ulta. It's my go-to. This is like, I can't even remember what number restock, but if you guys are looking for a great like kind of salon grade shampoo, the Wella brand is amazing. I use Fusion Plex.
I've heard great things about Wella.
It's great. It really is. But that's all I've got. What's in your cart, girl?
Are you sure that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were going to talk about something else that you mentioned earlier, but okay.
I was going to talk about that, but I didn't try it yet. I meant to try it last night and I didn't.
Oh, Riley's slacking, you guys. She's going to have to give this review next week, but we'll give her slack. We'll give her some grace for her slacking. First the vision board, next the other item. We're leaving everybody on their toes.
I'm in my slacking era.
It's okay. Caitlin will whip us into shape.
I think she will.
Okay, so mine is just kind of going off of my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter last week. Thank you to everyone. I got some good recommendations. I haven't decided officially which one I'm going to get, but I bring that up because I'll keep you updated on that. Maybe I'll tag a couple of the ones I've narrowed it down to, but I'm kind of on this journey of figuring out why only on my right cheek every month or two I get a couple pimples only right on my right cheek. So I know it has to be something related to my pillow because I think I sleep on my right side. So I have the slip pillowcase. So I'm like, it can't be that. Like I invested in a good pillowcase. So I've been diving into some research and people have said it could be your phone is dirty. So I'm going to get some like phone wipes to keep because I do talk on the phone on my right side.
Oh.
So I'm going to link. I'm sure like Amazon has just nice, easy like wipes for your phone. So I'll link that. This is all connected to this. So if you guys are in the same like situation as me, I figured I'm sure there's someone out there that can relate. The next thing is that you look like you're going to laugh.
No.
Sorry guys, I'm a little unhinged today, but they said it could be like your shampoo or conditioner, but I do really like all of my hair products. So they just said to avoid that, maybe wear a sleeping bonnet. Which poor Ryan, gonna look insane. My mouth tape, my retainer, my sleeping bonnet.
Oh my God. What a jump scare in the middle of the night.
I'll really have to take a photo of me at night to expose myself for the Dew Crew. But I do have like a hair cap I wear for the shower. She really wants to be done so bad, doesn't she?
I know. True keeps saying, Mom, are we done yet? We're just
We
starting, girl.
Yeah, we trap our dogs in here. But anyways, so I'm going to get a hair bonnet and I'll link it if anybody else is in the market.
I cannot wait to see the bonnet. I hope you bring it this weekend.
I'm going to have to order it soon if I want it to get in. And then the very last thing, you guys know I love Buff City.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still always going to use it for my clothes because I love it. However, they say sometimes fragrance, any fragrance at all, which Buff City does have fragrance. It's like a clean derived fragrance, but it still is a fragrance that it can irritate your skin. So I have a few very clean fragrance-free detergents that I'm going to try out. My friend Hunter, Hunter, she does that. She said it changed the game for her. So those are like the 3 things I'm going to try because people were saying it could be your moisturizer and that you're hitting the pillow too fast and it hasn't like absorbed. I just have a hard time believing that it would be any of my Skin Better or Arbonne products. Like they're both so good. You know what I mean?
And it's weird that it's only on a certain part of your face. It's on the side you sleep on, the side you talk on your phone. Maybe you can try one thing at a time and that will help you narrow down exactly what it is.
That's true. I'm going to maybe grab these few things. I think, I feel like I don't talk on the phone enough that it could just be my phone. Just for me, when I saw that was an option, I'm like, okay, well, I need to tackle that.
But you're right. I feel like our phones are literally disgusting. Like imagine we take them everywhere. There's so many germs on them. And like, I personally never think about my phone being so dirty, but it is. Like, it doesn't look like it, but
yeah.
yikes.
So we all need to get the wipes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but I do agree with you. I should just try one thing for like even a month because sometimes, I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to get too carried away, but I'll keep you guys updated on my journey. But that is really what is in my cart right now. And hopefully it can help somebody else who's struggling.
Yes. Well, I loved that cart. It was a good one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, should we go get our guest?
Let's do it.
Today, we are sitting down with stylist and closet organization expert, Caitlin Jaymes. Hi, Caitlin. It's so great to have you.
I'm so excited. Thank you for having me.
We are so excited. I know our followers and listeners are going to absolutely love what you're going to share with us. And I know Riley and I are as well, because we've seen some of your social media posts. So we are so excited. I can't wait to get into it. But of course, we always have to ask, what do you have in your cup tonight?
Oh my gosh, I am like Zevia obsessed. This one is the creamy root beer. I'm not even a soda drinker. I have no idea why, but I'm like addicted. And my husband and I think, have like 3 a day. So if it's not healthy, don't even DM me and tell me. So I don't even want to know.
I feel like I've heard that Zevia is healthy. I've never tried it, but you're making me want to try.
It's like, I worked with this nutritionist once and she was like, oh, do you like soda? I like always drink Zevias. And I was like, oh, I don't really like soda. And she was like, oh, just try it. You're going to love it. And it was literally like a drug. Like I opened it and I've been hooked ever since. It's like, yeah, it's sick. It's so sick.
Is that one like a cream soda?
No,
that is like,
it's so good. It's creamy root beer. And I think it tastes exactly like soda. But like, again, I'm not, maybe because I'm not a soda drinker, like, but if you did a blind taste test, like I would have no idea. It hits a spot. I love it. Yeah.
It looks really good.
So
wow.
good.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, yay. We are so excited. Basically, we have some questions formulated for you and we can kind of just see where the conversation goes from there.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like this is like the perfect time. It's spring cleaning and spring wardrobe. You know, we're all getting rid of our winter essentials and we're moving towards the spring. So I feel like this is like, couldn't be a better time.
Yes. And I have to say, in my personal life, I'm in the transition of moving. And so I'm like, I need to change my ways. I need to purge. I need to get a better system down. So I'm like, I need to be taking notes. I'm going to take notes on my own episode.
No, you should.
I can't wait to learn some things for you because I need help.
Yeah, moving is like the best time to do it too. Like, especially if you're going to do an edit and then obviously you're going to organize as you move in, but like definitely edit before. Like this will be definitely one that you're going to have to go back and listen to and then get your notepad at. Like it'll be perfect.
I can't wait.
Yay. Okay. So question number 1, as a celebrity stylist, where do you get inspiration for each look and who has been your favorite celeb to style?
I would say regarding inspiration, I'm more definitely with celebrity styling, it's so event specific. So to me, it kind of depends like what the event is. Like, for example, the Grammys just happened. Like, that's a little bit funkier. I feel like the Oscars is more like, put together and tailored. So I'll kind of go from there. And then I'll go to, if it's a guy, like sometimes I'll go on like GQ, Mr. Porter, like these type of like kind of outlets that I get inspo from. Or if there's a celebrity that I think that client has the similar style to, I'll go to that page and kind of just see what I'm liking. My favorite celebrity to style, I would say Harry Jowsey. I just vibe with his style the most. And like usually I do a lot of just personal shopping too for like, I always want to say like the everyday person, not just celebrities. And sometimes as a stylist, you don't have the same style as someone that you're picking out clothes for. But with Harry, obviously he's a guy I just, in women's clothing, but like I love his style. So like it's fun for me to shop because I'm like, okay, this is literally like how I would style a guy. So it's fun. And he's so tall, so he can wear so many of like the trendier pieces. So yeah, it's really fun.
Wait, how tall is he? I didn't know he was tall.
Oh my God, I think he's
He's huge.
6'3", 6'4". I feel like if he listens to this, he's gonna be like, I'm 6'5". Why'd you cut off an inch? But I mean, I'm 5 foot, so I'm like, to me, everyone's tall. Yeah. He's really, really tall. Yeah.
We were so into the whole Harry Riley Dancing with the Stars situation. So and so we were watching, we've talked about it. And whenever I watch, I'm like, oh my gosh, this man is so tall. No wonder he is having trouble moving his body around the dance floor.
No, yeah, he's actually so tall. And like my husband is, you know what? Harry might be 6'5" because I think my husband is like 6'2". Yeah, anyway, whatever, sidebar. But yeah, I always think everyone's tall. But like with Harry, I'm literally like, I'll do this Netflix event with him where I have to like put like women's clothing on him. And every single time that I put like necklaces on him or if it's earrings, like he literally has to hunch over. Like I should send you guys this if you guys want. It's like actually so funny. We did this event in Paris and I was like, he looks like a hunchback and I look like a midget next to him. Like it's actually crazy.
Oh my God, you'll have to send us it. Maybe we can post some behind the scenes.
Oh,
but
go for
that's
it.
So interesting. I feel like I would enjoy styling a guy because I like beg my husband to like what I want him to wear.
Right.
Well, it's funny because like a lot of the times my husband too, like he'll be like, oh, can you pick out clothing for me? And he doesn't even really let me do like style him the way that I would want to, but it's kind of good practice because I'm like, okay, well, I can like subtly, inch on some new trends, which is actually good advice for anybody. But I feel like with men, if there's any women out there and you style your husband or you need to shop for your brother or your dad, whatever, just get them like men literally need the capsule wardrobe, like 10 items. They don't need anything more. And like you can mix and match, but it's not, it shouldn't be so overwhelming. Like a guy does not need a million clothes like how women do, in my opinion, unless he's really into like fashion. But for the most part, he can do a lot with like 10 to 15 pieces.
That is so true. Great advice.
Yeah, thanks.
Taking that one.
Yes. Okay, so next question. Speaking of the capsule wardrobe, how do you create a versatile capsule wardrobe?
Okay, so a quick little like side note to that, I would always say is that I've noticed that a lot of people confuse capsule wardrobes with timeless pieces. So a capsule wardrobe is going to be different I obviously can't speak today. You guys might have a different capsule wardrobe just depending on your style. So if one of you guys is edgier and one of you guys is maybe boho or preppy, your capsule wardrobe is going to be completely different, but your timeless pieces are going to be the same. So maybe you guys both have Skims bodysuits, but you're styling them so differently. Maybe you guys both have black blazers or straight leg jeans. You guys could have those same timeless items, but your capsule items and how you style them are always going to be different. So how to identify, I think, your capsule item and how to make sure that those pieces are versatile. One, you need to obviously figure out what your sense of style is. So I always say, like, go to Pinterest, go to Instagram, wherever you get style inspo from, start to screenshot photos. And then you're going to be able to see, okay, what do all these pictures have in common? Again, maybe they all revolve around white pairs of sneakers. Maybe they all have ballet flats. Maybe they all have white button downs. Those would be your capsule pieces. So that's why it's kind of like you have to do some homework first. And then to make sure that they're versatile, because that was your question, right? How are they versatile?
Yes.
I would say to make sure that they're versatile, you want to make sure it fits into different facets of your life. So can you wear it at work? Can you wear it on the weekend? Can you wear it with your boyfriend on date night, but can you wear it with his parents for dinner? So pieces like that, in my opinion, are what are going to be the most versatile. And honestly, those are always pieces that I recommend spending a little bit of money on too, if you ever decide you want to do that. But versatility is always key when I shop with people.
I love
It's so
that.
interesting. And I feel like I would love your advice or just opinion on if you feel like I feel like I have a style. So it's funny that you mentioned, because Riley and I were trying to figure out the difference between our styles, and you can probably pick up on it pretty fast that I'm more like
right away. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we were having a hard time deciding what my style was, because there's moments where I lean a little bit girly, but I'm definitely more like tomboy chic, I guess. What did we come up with, Riley? I can't remember.
You're like chic street style.
Yeah,
I love
but
that.
I have like moments where I do like to be a little bit more girly. So do you think it's more necessary to kind of just hone in on one? Because that's kind of a different avenue. So I kind of get confused, and sometimes I'm like, what even is my style?
No, it is such a common question. That's literally like a series that I'm about to start doing, is that it is so
good.
normal to have more than one style. So I'm like you, actually. I definitely have kind of like a preppier street style, which is actually like very much like, if you guys follow Hailey Bieber, which obviously I'm assuming that you do.
Yes.
She, I think, has a very like preppy street style. So she'll do maybe like, a knitted vest, but then she'll do a super low rise baggy jean. So it's just finding those pieces that you can pair together. I think two common ones that I'm sure people listening would maybe identify with spring coming up is feminine pieces. So like, we all kind of had the Reformation florals at one point, and like we kind of still kind of probably gravitate towards the floral print like that. But how can you make it more edgy? Well, you're wearing this really cool leather bomber jacket right now. If you just threw that on top of, let's say it was like a silk floral dress, and maybe you paired it with black boots, you're combining the two styles now. But a really common one that we see is like when dresses and sneakers really started to take off. So if you're sporty, but you're still feminine, or maybe you start to do like baseball caps with dresses, like little cute pieces like that, but you can easily combine two styles. I wake up every single day with a different style. So you're talking to the right girl.
Okay, that's very reassuring. And I love that. It's so simple. Sometimes I get overwhelmed. I'm like, okay, this isn't me, because this isn't what I normally gravitate towards. So then I feel like have been in a little bit of a fashion rut. So I love the idea of just finding a little way to soften it or add the little tomboy or street style to a feminine piece. So love that.
Sure.
Riley's our feminine girly girl.
I'm all about like bows everywhere. We couldn't be more opposite,
that
Rose.
too. Yeah. But I love that too, because it's like, I also do. I love the tweed. I love the bows. I love the pearls. Like, it's very hard for me sometimes to separate them. But a really good tip too is, if you are someone that you're like listening to this and you're like, well, I quite literally am every single style, find accessories then. So like maybe you have, more of like a simple capsule wardrobe, very minimalist, kind of like a Mariana Hewitt kind of wardrobe. But then your accessories maybe are like, bows, but then you have some studded purses, you have embellished, flats. So if you switch up your accessories, it's a lot more versatile. So if you're someone who's on a budget, but you do like to keep up with trends, or you just like to have more of like a minimalist wardrobe, go with like that simple, clean, minimalist vibe. And then the accessories can be like the trendier, accent pieces. Yeah.
That is amazing advice.
I feel like Mariana does that perfect. That was a perfect example.
Yes.
It's actually crazy. I did a video on style tips that you can learn from her, and I went back to 2012. I think even 2009. And her outfits are never bad. Like, maybe they're not the most like current thing, but like you would never look at it and be like, oh, that was really bad. I can't believe she wore that. Like, it's just it really is pretty like timeless, her style.
I love that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love.
Icon.
Okay, so next, such an icon. Oh my goodness. Next question. When to splurge versus save when it comes to your wardrobe? What would your advice be?
So, I guess I just touched upon that, but I would say like, I do feel not bad giving this advice, but when I first started out doing styling, I got a lot of clients that were like, when I've worked with stylists, they tell me I need to buy super expensive items, and, I don't always want to do that. And so I just never think that you really do need to splurge in order to have a good wardrobe. But I mean, a lot of us do like to splurge on nice things, or we like designer items and we want to know what's the best to, incorporate and spend our money on. So to me, it would be the versatile pieces. Like, what are you going to get the most use out of? For me, like a pair of over the knee black boots, like I will wear those during the day. I'll wear those in the summer. Like, I don't even care. I love leather. So I'll wear those at night. I'll wear them during the day. Like, they're super versatile. They match with a preppy style, but then they match with my edgy style. Like, that is a great item. I do think if you're someone that you're like, haven't quite figured out what items are versatile, I always think a nighttime bag in black is just always a good buy to have.
Yes.
I would probably do a clutch or something like a little tinier, but for the most part too, I would also say, jewelry. Like, I love jewelry, especially dainty, like no logos. You're going to have it forever. You can layer it, and a lot of us just even sleep in our own jewelry. And there's such great sentimental pieces to pass down too. So I always love, like, if someone's going to get me a nice gift, I always say jewelry. I'll take diamonds. I'm acting so like low maintenance. I'm like, oh, I just take diamonds.
That's all. Nothing much.
I can totally relate. Nothing much, just a tennis bracelet.
I'm just a simple girl. Just get me diamonds. I'm so lax.
It really is that simple. It's
Honestly,
so crazy too.
Simple.
I feel like you really do get what you pay for. So that's great advice. Like, if there's something that you're going to wear literally all the time, you want to spend a little more and have it, a really nice quality piece. But if there's like a one-off situation, you're going to wear something one time, why spend that kind of money for such a different piece?
And I always get like, listen, a nice blazer, like a Saint Laurent blazer, is that going to be better than a Zara blazer? Yeah, probably. But sometimes I just get into the point where I'm like, could I just take the Zara blazer though and just get it like kind of tailored, and now I have a piece that's fine. Like, yeah. So if you're asking me what would be to splurge on, and like, I'm only getting one splurge a year, but if you have an unlimited budget and you're listening to this, like, no, I would get the YSL blazer instead of the Zara probably. But like, I just like to keep that clear, because people are like, wait, so then you would never shop designer? I'm like, well, ask me in 5 years.
Yes, that's such a good point. So this is kind of a particular question, but I always feel like sometimes I never know to splurge or not on jeans, because style of jeans and fit, I feel like, changes like I don't know, when trends are changing. So, but for example, I feel like I've been gravitating towards the same loose, low fit or low rise jeans for so long now. So I'm like, I feel like I should get a better pair, because I don't love the way they sit or hug. But then I'm like, what if I get it and then high rise and tights back in?
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are certain pieces. If you are someone who likes to stay on trend, which I'm kind of like in the middle. I just turned 30, so not that age really matters, but like I feel like I'm like, I just want my body to also really look good, but I'm also young enough where like I'm down to like try on the trendy stuff. But I personally, like, if you find a pair of jeans that you think look really good on you, like I will say, like the Kate jeans, they are expensive, but they are so worth it. Like, it's a very nice high rise, and high rise to me is timeless. Like, it accentuates your waist. I mean, I could go on a tangent about defining your waistline, which I don't need to, but they're going to accentuate your waist. So it's always going to flatter your shape. So to me, that's more of a timeless thing versus, a trend. The low rise, personally, I wouldn't spend a ton of money on it, because my Levi's, to me, it checks the box. I get the trend. I love the style, and I don't have to splurge on them. They're Levi's. But if you do find a really great pair of jeans, I do kind of think they are a versatile piece. I would splurge on them. But I wouldn't feel like, oh, I don't have premium denim in my closet, I need to go hunt for one. Like, if you're a Levi's girl, if you're a Zara girl, Abercrombie, like, you got it. You checked a box. I think finding jeans is literally like finding a husband. It's like, it takes so freaking long. Like, it's
That's
like
what I'm
literally
saying. It is just a nightmare trying to find a good freaking pair of jeans. So that's good advice. It's good to know, because I'm like, I love my Levi's, and I feel like Zara always has a nice pair if you find it at the right time.
I mean, I just had someone DM me a photo of Sophia Richie, and they were like, these jeans are amazing. I'm sure they're out of my budget, but like, what do you think they are? And I'm like, those are definitely vintage Levi 501s. I was like, you could also get those too, like,
wow.
I just think that there's nothing wrong. Like, Levi's are just so good. Like, I feel like same with like Hailey Bieber. Like, a lot of the time I see paparazzi photos of her, I feel like they must be like just a vintage pair of denim, and usually vintage is always, for the most part, I feel like it always ends up being a type of Levi's.
Mm-hmm.
You have a good eye.
Oh, thank you. Well, just trying my best out here.
Okay, so next question. How do you find the balance of when to partake in trends versus when to stick to what you know?
Yeah, so I would say a really good rule of thumb is, like, I'm just going to give an example. So red was a huge trend that we saw for the fall. I knew for me, like, I'm a neutral girl, not that that's like super groundbreaking. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there are neutrals too, but like, I just don't really love color, but I loved the red trend. I was like, this is so cute. So I did it with accessories. I found, and for my skin tone, I like a more like, I went with kind of a more like burgundy or like deeper red kind of color instead of that brighter red. But I got a pair of ballet flats in red. I think I got like a little handbag in red. I was almost going to get a cardigan, but I just didn't think I was going to wear it. But you can do it smaller with accessories. But if the trend happens to go with pieces that are already in your wardrobe, I would get it and I would try it out. But again, like, you don't need to jump to the designer version. Like, you can get the more low budget, lower end version, try it out. And then if you're still obsessed with it, then you can go higher end. I just did that with ballet flats. I was like, I've never worn ballet flats, but I keep seeing them all over and I love them. So I got like a Steve Madden version, and I wear ballet flats like 9 out of 10 times over sneakers. So now I'm like, okay, now if I do find a designer item, like, I have no problem splurging on it because I know I'm going to wear it probably like 5 times a week.
That's great advice. I love the way you're talking about accessories. I feel like I always forget about accessories and like doing trends with those versus spending the money on clothes. I'm definitely going to try to hone in on that.
Yeah. And I'm not even like, I hate like a statement necklace. Like, we're not going back to like the J. Crew, like statement necklace vibe, not like the Gossip Girl era. Again, icons, but not right now. But yeah, just with like accessories that you can layer. Like, I love like dainty accessories that you can layer, and, rings, bracelets, necklaces. But bags are such an easy way to kind of intertwine into your wardrobe. And again, you don't have to go designer. Like, there's so many times where I see like a great Zara bag, or Mango, I think, has amazing bags. So go look there. You don't always have to get a designer bag.
It's so true too. Like, test it out with something that's not going to break the bank. And then, like you said, you prove to yourself, like, okay, I actually love ballet flats. I'm wearing the crap out of them. So then it would make sense, like you said, to invest at that point if you needed to. But if you're rocking the Steve Maddens, like, go for it. Who cares?
100%. I totally agree.
I love that.
Yes. Okay, Rose, you're going to love this next question. When organizing your closet or purging, what are your top tips in creating a sustainable system to go by?
Okay, so I would say for editing your wardrobe, my biggest way, so that you don't have to dedicate like an entire week or weekend and like have this like, you're like all anxious about going through your closet, do it a little bit every day. And I know that you're going to be like, are you crazy? Like, but it is actually so easy. Like, if you were to get dressed today and let's say like you put on those pair of jeans that you're wearing and you were like, I hate the way these fit. They don't match with one thing in my closet. Like, they're awful. Get rid of them in the moment. Like, they do not need to go back into your closet. And if they just need to be tailored, like, you might be like, oh my God, I forgot to tailor them. Like, put them to the side. Don't put them back into your closet. I don't even care if it sits in the corner of your room for a year. Like, just do not put them back into your closet. If you do it a little bit every single day, not only are you going to be able to see exactly what your wardrobe is missing, but again, you're not going to have to do this like crazy huge closet edit at the end of the season, at the end of the month. For closet organizing, I think it is kind of like this Instagram versus reality thing. When I first started doing closet organizing, is that you go onto all these pages and you're like, wow, their closets look beautiful. And even if it's not this like large walk-in closet, you're like, wait, how come my drawers don't look like that or hanging? Like, it doesn't have, it obviously should look pretty, but you really want to focus on what's functional. So you don't have to make it look like those Instagram photos. And honestly, once I started doing this for a living, I realized that I feel like a lot of these organizing Instagrams take out half the stuff, shoot it, and then put it back. I mean, no, I'm not like spilling any tea. I'm just like, this literally cannot, it just has to be the way. Like, I'm sorry, there's no way that these tiny closets have like beautifully spaced out, like, and it's no shade. I mean, everyone's doing their own business, but anyway, so just don't get discouraged, and you don't have to also do these crazy intricate folds. Like, do something that's maintainable. Like, in my own drawer, like, I mean, I feel like people would be shocked to hear this, but I just put drawer dividers like for my bra, underwear, and socks. My underwear just gets thrown in there. Like in the divider, it's still organized, it's still in a section.
Yeah.
But for a client, I'm going to do like a beautiful fold on it. I've had clients call me and be like, Caitlin, the drawers look impeccable, but I will not maintain this. Like, you need to come just mess up my underwear, throw it in there, throw my socks in there. Like, I won't maintain that. So just think about what works for you, but then also have fun with it. Like, your closet should be like an extension of whatever your home decor is. So, get hangers that match your decor, get bins. Like, you don't have to do like clear plastic, ugly bins that you'd put in a garage. Like, make it pretty.
I love that. I'm shocked, but I like kind of relieved that you said you don't have to do it in one sit down setting, because it sits on my to-do list for months and months, especially with the move. I'm like, oh, I don't want to purge, and I need a new system. And I feel like I get so overstimulated by Instagram and like overwhelmed because there's so many systems and what people are doing. And I'm like, I don't even know what works for me. So do you feel like you do like vibe with color coordination? Because that to me is so overwhelming.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that is something, I mean, I wish that people could be a fly on the wall when I'm like with my organizers. Like, we'll be staring at like a red and pink striped top and we'll be like, but should this go with pink or red? But the flow of where the colors are, like, it is actually like crazy. I would say there's two ways that I do color coordinating, and I always try to like articulate this well, because I think it's kind of hard to, but I'll either do color blocking or I'll do separating by categories and then color code within. So color blocking looks really aesthetic. So let's say like we're just focusing on your tops. So I would do the colors of the rainbow. I would go from light to dark. Let's say we're in the white section. I would go from sleeve length. So strapless to spaghetti strap to short sleeve to long sleeve. Then I would go to what's there, like a pink, and then red, orange, yellow, green, go down that block. So if you're someone that when you're getting dressed, you're less focused on maybe the silhouette of a top, but you're more focused on the color of the top, you might want to do color blocking. It looks really nice too. I actually had color blocking in my closet, and then I realized like I was starting to accumulate so many black tops that I was like, okay, I need a little bit more like separation. So I actually just switched mine, and now I just go back to categories within my top. So all my strapless are together, and then it's light to dark. Then all my spaghetti strap, light to dark. So I just don't think there's any right or wrong way of organizing. Like, it's literally whatever works for you. I just think that hiring a professional is nice because it gets that system into place, but it should be something that you can maintain. Like, if there's ever something that's in your closet and you're like, I will not maintain this, like, it's not the right solution for you. So that's my mission spiel on that.
Yeah, I need to get you to Florida so you can help me.
Oh yeah, anytime. No, everyone's always like, can I just have you live in my closet? And I'm like, unfortunately not, but maybe.
Dang it.
That is so true too. Like, whenever I'm getting ready to go out and getting dressed, I will put on a couple things and be like, I absolutely hate this on me. Why do I even have this? And then I put it back in my closet, which is so stupid. Like, I'm going to follow your advice for sure.
Yeah, do it. And I know everyone's like, I'm not gonna be able to do it. And if you're someone that's like, I can't maintain that, do it at least by the end of the season, because then you've worn those items the most recently. So if you don't want to try on as much, which you should, you've worn them recently and you can kind of see what you didn't wear. Then you're going to be able to decide, what to get rid of too.
Absolutely love that. Yay. Okay. Our last question for you. We want to know more about your bikini organizer that you created. What is it and why do we need it?
Okay, so talking about function and aesthetics. So when I would organize my clients' closets, as I said, like I would do all these intricate folds and they'd be like, Caitlin, like, no, I'm not a professional. I can't do this. And to be honest, I fell into organizing. Like, I was not an organizer. I started out as a stylist. And so to me, like, I don't even enjoy doing those intricate folds either. And living in LA, I would always notice, like, I work with a ton of like influencers or just, girls in LA have a ton of swimwear, as I'm sure, Florida would be the same. And all the bikinis were always like tied together in knots. Like, they always looked so ugly. And honestly, we'd end up like skipping the drawer because we're like, you're not going to be able to maintain them. I'll at least like put the, sets together, but we'll just leave them. And then I had a client that kept her swimwear, in the bags that they come in. And I was like, this is such a good idea, but now they're all mismatched. And like the OCD in me was like, I cannot look at this mismatched drawer. So yeah, that's how bikini bags started. And they've been out for about a year now. And we've even evolved them one more time because they started out as these plastic little pouches that fit bikini sets in them. And then everybody was like, can we have an eco-friendly organizing product? Because pretty much the organizing industry, I feel like a lot of the supplies is not eco-friendly. It's a lot of plastic. So I was like, yeah, of course, if I can make an eco-friendly organizing, supply, why not? So now they come in small and large. So you can fit your cover up in them. You can use them for men. And then I was noticing too, like I started selling them and everyone was like, I actually use them for traveling too. So I was traveling through Europe last summer. And I would just put all my wet bikinis in there and it didn't smell at all after 2 weeks. Like it was amazing. And I was like, this is amazing. So it doubles as a packing tool, but it is literally like, I feel like foolproof. Like if you are here and you're like, I'm not a professional organizer, but I love the aesthetic, like you will be obsessed with bikini organizing bags. You just throw them in there, no fold, zip it up, stock it in your drawer, and like it's done. It's very, very easy. I have to send you guys some.
Oh my gosh.
Literally, I'm thinking about
you're a Florida girl. You need.
This is like music to my ears because all the things that you're saying, I'm like, have been on my to-do list because I'm like, I'm changing my ways with this move, but I really have to unburden myself. My bikinis are literally in 3, those like cubby cubes, like the worst way you can organize. I'm like full dump every time I have to find a bikini.
Every time.
It's so bad, but I have to say my like number one favorite, well, okay, that's a strong word to say, but one of my top favorite influencers, Sivan Ayla.
Oh yeah,
I saw that she just got her closet reno,
so good.
She was using your bikini bags, and it didn't even connect that they were your bikini bags. But I was like, damn, like the way she's organizing her bikinis is sick, and I just figured it was like. It was just such a full circle moment, and I'm obsessed with her closet and the way she did her bikini. So I need to get these bags.
They're so good. Yeah. I mean, I just knew that like I had to make it something that was like functional and aesthetic. So, cause again, if you can find the two, like that's the best organizing supplies for you.
Yes, we are aesthetic girls over here. So Caitlin, if we or our listeners, if anyone wants to buy these bikini bags, where can we get them?
CaitlinJaymes.com. And I'm sure you guys should put in the show notes because I feel like everyone mixes up Caitlin and James, like how to spell it. I know there's like a million different ways. So just go to CaitlinJaymes.com.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Okay.
And
perfect.
your Instagram handle is Caitlin Jaymes too. We'll put that in the show notes, right?
Caitlin_James, actually. Just being unique and different over here. No, I think Caitlin James was taken. So now I'm like _ don't forget it.
Perfect. We will tag you everything in the description. But yay, I'm so excited. That is so amazing. What an accomplishment too.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Thank you. Hopefully another product coming soon. I'm like actually tested it literally before I got onto this podcast. So
yay!
We shall see. Yes.
Well, my brain's going. I'm like, I wonder what it could be.
You'll just have to wait and see.
I know we'll have to keep our listeners updated, but I know we're going to transition into like our advice segment to close up, but I do just have to ask a personal question. What do you enjoy more, organizing or styling?
Ooh, I actually like closet edits the best. Like I really love helping people with what they already own too, like figuring out, I kind of like the more educational side of fashion a little bit. So I really love to work with someone and figure out like, what is your style? What is your wardrobe missing? And what do you need to add? So yeah, I guess a little bit of both, I guess it would.
Yeah.
Come down to it.
So this would be interesting just because I'm sure so many of our listeners are going to want to book or get your services. Do you do virtual or is it only in person?
No, I do virtual for closet edits and then for styling too. I do something I call like a style box, but with organizing, obviously, as you can probably figure, like it's a hard service to do virtually. So
Absolutely.
I'm always like, yeah. But if you ever want to book like a consultation with it, just email me. Like I always tell people, I'm like, I pretty much cover all things relating to your closet and your wardrobe.
Oh, amazing.
Amazing. You have the best job.
Thank you. It's so funny. Everyone always says that, but like, I mean, I love what I do, but at the end of the day, sometimes I'm like, every single time people are like, you have the best job in the world. I'm like, do you know how stressful it is picking out clothes for people? And like, you get anxiety, like, oh, do you think they're going to like it? Like when I really did celebrity styling, like back to back, I would get anxious all the time. Cause I was like, you basically are booked like 24 hours before an event and you just like have to fingers crossed that like things fit, they like it. And I would just like,
wow,
it made my anxiety so crazy. So That's
I
why
can
I like closet
imagine.
edits. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're actually going to have you participate in our girls' room segment. This is like an advice segment where people write in. It can be advice or really just anything that you would talk about like in a girls' room. So we tried to pick some submissions that kind of go along with your vibe and go along with the episode subject today. So we have 3 submissions. The first one, it actually goes along with something we were talking about.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hi, ladies. I need your opinion and advice on jeans. I'm the same age as you and a mom of a 1-year-old. I don't understand what jeans are in style right now. Can I still wear skinny jeans? Do I need to get straight jeans? Do they need to go to my ankle or hit the floor? What shoes do I wear with straight jeans? Where do you girls shop for jeans? I literally cannot seem to find any that look right on me. Please tell me what is in and out of style. Caitlin, I'm going to defer to you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would say, again, it's hard to say without knowing her style. Because if she was like, oh, I'm a, Hailey Bieber girl, then I would say exactly like we were talking about, the Levi's low rise. For the most part, like, to make this short, I would say a high rise is always going to flatter your waist or wherever that hits for you. Like sometimes my clients, a mid rise is high for them and it hits at their waistline. And then with any length of jean, straight leg, wide leg, like a pointed toe, either booty or pump, is just always going to be the most flattering. If you do want to wear a flat, I would go with something that at least shows like some ankle bone. That's I would say the most classic kind of style, like either a slim straight that hits at the ankle bone. You could do it with a flat. You could do it with a sneaker. That's a very like Morgan Stewart, I feel like has such a good like classic again style. So that's just something that I always see her wearing. Skinny jeans, it's not even that they're outdated. Yes, they're not trendy, but I just don't think they're flattering on like, I would say 95% of people. It just would never be the jean that I choose for people. I think like a straight leg or I think a high rise wide leg is always not, and I'm not talking like a 70s like fit and flare, just a wide leg I think is the most flattering. So yeah, I would get rid of skinny jeans. People get really mad at me when I say that, but I promise you, I didn't invent it. I really wish everyone trusted my opinion and that I invented that skinny jeans were out, but definitely didn't invent that one.
That's so true. I feel like they truly are not flattering. We all just wore them because it was like the thing to wear.
Oh, my mom would always get mad at me. She was like, you're so cute. I want to buy you jeans. And I was like, Mom, I look weird in jeans. I had never owned a pair of skinny jeans. I don't think until like college. Again, I'm 5 foot and I'm petite, but I do have like a little bit of curve on me. And I just felt like it always made me look so short and stumpy. And now looking back on it, I'm like, oh, I know exactly why, because they're just not the most flattering. It's not what I should be wearing for my body type. How do you guys feel though? Like, what's your favorite go-to jean?
I definitely agree. I like either a loose baggy or at the probably skinniest would just be like a straight where there's like a little bit of tightness, but also like hella uncomfortable skinny jeans. Yeah. Like who wants to wear them? So I'm glad they're out because they were the worst. Like so uncomfortable.
Yes, I would agree, Rose. Like a nice straight leg. It is a little bit difficult to find because everyone's body is so different. Like a pair of jeans that would look amazing on someone online would look terrible on me. So it's taken me a while to find like my favorite pair of jeans, but I feel like I always gravitate towards a good straight leg. But I think the second part of her question was where should she shop for jeans? So I think Caitlin, you'd probably recommend like Levi's maybe.
Well, I would say if she's someone, it kind of sounds like since she's asking about skinny jeans, she must all have them and she wants to know if she should get rid of them. So I would say you can transition into, it's kind of called like a baby boot cut. My 2 favorite pairs are Favorite Daughter, the Valentina high rise. I think that's just what they're called. They're like a little baby boot cut. You get all the look of a skinny jean. So they're tight on your butt, tight on your thighs. If you're someone who wants to emphasize your butt, this would be like a great jean. But then you get the trend aspect of they're a little bit, a little wider around your calf. And then EB denim is like one of my favorite denim. They're a harder jean. They're like almost 100% cotton, I think. And then they have a split hem at the bottom, like an unraveled hem. They're really, really cute.
Love.
So I would go on there. And I have a really quick tip when I shop for jeans, because I'm the same way. Like, I'm like, I don't know what's going to look like on me. I need to find someone with a similar body type. If I'm like about to check out, because when I check out online for jeans, I have like 20 pairs. So I'll go on TikTok, and TikTok are the best reviews. Like Instagram, I'm just like the angle, the Facetune. I don't know if I can trust it, but TikTok, it's like you're doing a try on haul, like I feel like it's like reliable. So I found some of my favorite jeans just by going on TikTok and like, type in whatever you need. If it's a wide leg, if you're petite, if you're curvy, if it's a skinny jean, whatever it is. TikTok is great for that.
Literally the best search engine out there.
Yeah,
it's
such
like
an amazing resource. Yes, I never
We're so
thought to do that.
educated. TikTok is literally, if we read a fact, I was just in New York. My friend was like going on this whole spiel. Like she sounded so educated. Literally at the end, we're like, wow, that's amazing. She's like, I read it on TikTok. And we like died laughing. We're like, oh, okay.
That is so true though, whether it be like good or bad. I'm so guilty, but I love that advice. I'm taking that for myself. I'm going to look up that one brand. You said EB
Denim. I'll send you the link after them. They're called the like OG unraveled hem or like split hem. I love them though.
So good.
Yeah, they're super tight when you get them, but I promise you they stretch out like the perfect amount. They're so good.
Oh, yay. I can't wait.
Well, I think that you gave great advice for that listener.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, next submission. You ladies seem so confident in your personal style. How do you go about creating your personal style and aesthetic? I feel like my wardrobe is all over the place.
Kind of touched on it. Yeah, we're going to lean on you and then we'll just kind of let you
I would say Pinterest is like my short answer of where I get my most inspo. Let's say I had a leather jacket in my closet I can't style, I'm going to Pinterest, I'm typing in leather jacket and maybe preppy if I feel preppy that day, street style, whatever it may be. But I would say the biggest thing I notice when people get stuck with their sense of style is, let's say you just turn 40 or 30 or like an older age. I think a lot of women are like, well, now I can't wear a crop top because I just turned old. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like you don't kind of have these buckets for yourself. Or I just started a new job. Now I have to look super corporate. Well, like, does the job require you to look corporate? Or like, are you just in that new phase of life where you're like thinking that you need to look corporate? So just make sure you're being super realistic about your lifestyle. And like, as much as I do think as you get older, obviously a lot of us want to look a lot more sophisticated. But for me, I feel like it was easier for me to find my sense of style when I realized like, okay, I'm getting older. I don't want to match with like an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old, but I don't need to be matching with like a 40-year-old. Like I can still dress a little sexier, and finding the balance between those two. Cause I feel like your listeners probably are in the same like age group as we are. I think finding the balance between like sexy, sophisticated is like a game changer. So if that's you, I do have videos on it, but like go on Pinterest and, trying to find something that would appeal to you. But I think that's the hardest, like newly 30.
Yeah, that's so true. I honestly think that was amazing advice. The only thing that came to mind for me was just realizing like you don't have to partake in everything that's trendy. Like if it does not flatter you or you're not confident or comfortable in it, like you don't have to do every trend. Like I feel like I used to fall into the trap of having to lean into everything that was trendy on social media, even if it looks god awful on me. So if you, like, for example, Riley is going to wear more like ruffles and pinks than and bows and things like that, where maybe I'll like dabble in it, but it just doesn't feel as me. So you don't have to force it. You'll kind of figure out, I think, as you try out different things. I feel like I kind of have honed in on what I feel most confident in myself in. And that should be different for everyone. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I think 100%. I think that everyone's just always going to have their different take on styles. We have different body types. So, it's just naturally going to look a little bit different too. So I think that's really good that you at least realize that now. Because it honestly did take me a long time to realize it too. Like really recently, I was like, okay, I can walk past and like admire that that's cute, but I'm not going to wear it.
Yeah,
self-control, friends. Self-control. It's hard.
I loved your advice too about taking your core pieces and adding a little bit of style with like an accessory, or just styling your core pieces in your own personal style. I think that's something I'm definitely going to take away.
Yeah, definitely. Tag me if you try it. Now I want to see.
Of course.
I'm going to go like stalk you guys and go see like all your style inspo too.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so last submission. Hi girls, love the pod. I need some bridesmaid advice. I have no idea where to start when it comes to picking the style of dress and color that I want my bridesmaids to be in for my winter wedding. I don't want to pick something and then hate it down the road because it was a trend that didn't last. Any advice helps. I'm struggling. I don't know.
I always say go with like silky styles. I think that's the easiest. And I personally like do not make your bridesmaids all wear the same style. Like no one is going to all look good in one dress type. And I think that silks are the best. It doesn't have to be like real silk. Like Reformation always has these like pretty silky dresses. Anthropology does too. And I feel like it's easy for your bridesmaids. They can rewear that to a different wedding. They can dress it down. Like I love dressing up or down a silky dress for the spring or summer too. But in terms of color, like I'm an earth tone girl too. So I just always think like, look at the venue that you're getting married and then try to find a color there. Because your bridesmaids really shouldn't be like standing out. You know, I feel like they should just be like almost like accessories. Is that bad to say? I didn't do bridesmaids. So like to me, I'm like, yeah, I feel like they almost like blend in with the background.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I also think what you were mentioning, like, what does your venue look like? And also, like, what style are you leaning towards for your wedding? Is it more modern? Is it bold? Is it colorful? Is it neutral?
Totally, yeah.
Like for me, mine was very like earthy organic, but I wanted it to still be romantic. So if whoever wrote this in, if that is something that you're leaning in towards, like I did like a mossy green satin.
Ooh, pretty. Yeah.
Which was really nice because it was outdoors in Florida. So they were very complimentary. And I've seen a lot of the girls wear the dress afterwards and be able to dress it up or down. Yeah. But so I would just maybe stick away from like something overly trendy or like maybe overly bold color. But if bold colors is your thing, like I don't want to steer you away from that. But I personally think like a neutral color is probably the best timeless route.
Agreed.
Yeah. And I love what you said about kind of considering the venue and the kind of all around vibe. You want everything to be cohesive. And I also feel like you can never go wrong with silk or like a silk-like material. Everyone always looks great in that.
Yeah, I love that mossy green too. That's a color I feel like that works good on like everybody too. The earth tones, it's like, it's very hard for, I feel like, people not to look good in some type of earth tone.
Agreed.
I agree. Well, that concludes our Girls Room segment, and that concludes our happy hour. Thank you so much, Caitlin. This was so much fun.
I know, this was so much fun. These always go by so fast. I'm like, I feel like I could sit here for hours.
I know.
I got like one sip in.
I know. But yeah, Caitlin, I absolutely loved everything you shared. I feel like I learned so much, and
me too.
I just can't wait to continue to watch your content. You guys have to follow her so we can all be very clear on who we are in our closet and in our wardrobe.
I love that. Yes.
Thank you guys
Caitlin.
for having me. This was so much fun. And good luck with your move.
Thank you guys so much for spending this happy hour with us. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, give us a 5-star review. It would mean the world to us.
Yes, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as Riley and I did. And I'm going to leave us with one final cheers. I feel like every single person who listened to this has to be inspired. I have nothing left in my cup if you're watching on YouTube. But I feel like everyone has to be inspired to figure out their wardrobe, be confident in their style, and maybe go for a nice closet edit or purge. So cheers to that. And thank you so much, Caitlin, for being our guest. And have the best week, you guys. We'll see you same time, same place, in the same room next week.
Yay!
Love you, Ryan.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.